Okay, so I am adding a video here for you guys. It is for 6.2. Okay, so this is for 6.2. Oh my gosh, that's a super fat pen. Let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller, this line size. We'll go with that. See if that's a little bit better. So this is long division of polynomials. And long division needs to happen. So let's say you have a quotient. Oh, no. You have a divisor and a dividend, right? So we're going to do one here. You have to do long division when the power on the divisor is squared or higher. Okay, so if you're dividing by something like x minus 2, then you can do synthetic division. But if that's raised to a power higher than that, then you need to be making sure that you're doing long division. So I'm going to do an example with this actually as my divisor, but then I'll do one where you have a larger one as well. So we're going to do this for our first example. I will do, okay, so divide. Oh my gosh, that one's super fat too. Let me change that also. Divide. Okay, 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 16x minus 4 by x minus 2. Okay, so you're going to set that up like this. So we're going to take the x minus 2 and then put this guy in this box. 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 16x. Oops, that did not work out too well. Minus 4. All right, and then what you're really doing here is saying, what do I need to multiply this first term by? Oh, I wanted to change that color. What do I need to multiply this first term by to equal this first term in my dividend? So if I multiply x times 6x squared, these two, this term times this will be the same. So then I'm going to multiply this times this and get 6x cubed. Then I'm going to multiply this times this, and I'm going to get minus 12x squared. Well, then you have to draw a line under both of those. I'm going to change my color again, so this is really obvious what's happening here. And I have to change the signs on both things that I just, so change that, and I'm going to change that. And then we're going to add down. Okay, so those are going to cancel, and when I add this down, I'm going to get negative 7x squared. And then because I have two terms in my divisor, I'm going to bring one more term down here so that I have two terms over here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. What do I need to multiply this x by to make it the same as this negative 7x squared? So that's going to be a negative 7x. And then I'm going to multiply this times this, so I get a negative 7x squared. And this times this is a positive 14x. Okay, and then I'm going to change that color again. We'll go back to red because that'll be pretty obvious here. Okay, so I have to then change the signs, draw a line under here and change both of these signs. So this is going to become a plus. This one's going to become a minus. Then I'm going to add down, right? Add down each time. So this is going to change, and then we're going to add down here. So this is going to become a positive 2x. Bring this guy down, so minus 4. And then what do I need to multiply this x by to make it the same as a 2x? Well, 2. So plus 2. Now I'm going to multiply this guy times this, so that's a 2x. This guy times that, so that's a minus 4. And then I'll go back to black and change both signs. And when I add down, these will cancel and these will cancel, leaving me 0. And there's nothing else to bring down here. So your quotient, or Q of x, I know Varsity will refer to it as that, is 6x squared minus 7x plus 2. And the remainder, or R of x, sometimes Varsity will call it that, is this guy, which is 0. And remember, even in synthetic division, your remainder is written over your divisor. So if this was a number, it would be that over x minus 2. Okay? All right, we'll do another one. So I'm going to have to change the properties here on this. Okay, so let's do one. We have something a little bit more difficult. So let me grab this paper over here. Okay, so we're going to divide. Oh my gosh, what do we have here? My book says a mess. All right, so 2x to the 4th plus 4x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 2 by x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to do this line thing. Okay, so we're going to start out with our divisor. Here's my divisor, the thing I'm dividing by. So that's going to go over here, x squared plus 2x minus 3. And I'm going to divide that into 2x to the 4th plus 4x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 2. All right, so let's change colors. What do I need to multiply the x squared by to make it equal to 4x to the 4th, or 2x to the 4th? Well, 2x squared. And typically, if I'm going to multiply by something to the x squared power, I'm going to put it over the x squared term. So 2x squared is what I'm multiplying by. So that's where I'm going to put that. So now I'm going to multiply the 2x squared by all, I want to draw, not drag, by all three of these things. Okay, so when I multiply 2x squared by x squared, I get 2x to the 4th. 2x squared times 2x, I get 4x cubed. And 2x squared times 3, I get a negative 6x squared. Draw a line and change all of your signs. Now add down. So these are going to disappear. These are going to disappear. This is going to be an x squared, a positive x squared. And because I have 3 terms here, I need to bring down 2 terms at the same time. So plus 3x minus 2. Okay, so now when I do this step, I'm going to multiply an x squared by a 1 to get it to equal this term right here. So this is going to be plus 1 as a constant. Look how fat that pen is. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply the 1 times x squared and get x squared. The 1 times 2x to get a 2x, positive 2x. And the 1 times negative 3 to get a negative 3. Draw a line, change the signs, add down. So I have 3x plus 1. So this is my remainder, and 2x squared plus 1 is my quotient. So Q of x is 2x squared plus 1, and my remainder would be 3x plus 1 over x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, so those are 2 examples of long division and how they would work out. You're going to do shading activity 4. There's nothing really super tricky in there. So these can get a little bit harder, but they don't get any more difficult than that, I don't think. So now I just have to figure out how to turn this thing off and stop recording. All right, so while I figure that out, toodaloo for now. I don't know where my toolbar is. Here we are.